Car number 12, Bobby Allison's car. Hutch Strickland at the controls has just lost control in turn 4. Slammed the outside wall and brought out the first caution of the day at lap 14. The Ray Bestis car now fires up. But just before that happened, Richard Petty's number 43 had gone all the way from 12th up into 8th position. Seconds before Strickland went in the wall.
Here he goes down in the third turn. He's really been gaining on Mark Martin. The car gets away from him. Looks like it doesn't turn. He takes off the wall. The back end. Watch, Richard does a good job here. Right front gets in the wall. He's trying to keep it on the wall to keep out of traffic, and he gets it straightened out. Right after this is when Hutch Strickland spun right in that particular part.
Right there, just as he got it straightened out, Hutch Strickland had that Ray Bestis car in trouble, number 12. Let's take a look at exactly what happened to Hutch Strickland.
But looks like there might have been something on the racetrack right there, because both cars broke loose and took off to the outside of the track in the same position. But backs it up in the wall here, sitting in a terrible place right in the high-speed part of the track, but everyone's able to get under him. Does a good job of holding the car high on the track.
30-year-old Hutch Strickland Chevrolet takes him for a wild ride in his 4th 600. Here comes Petty's car in. The man that was then running up in 4th position, Alan Kulwicki's number 7, has just had an incredible moment in this race. Kulwicki, there it is. Yeah, he was the one that brought it out. How about doing a 360 in turn 4 in front of the field and surviving? Little damage on the left rear, a ding there, but wait till you see what happened to Alan Kulwicki up here in turn 4. Bonnet, how about this?
Here he goes. He's already coming around. There's Dale Jarrett. We were just talking to Dale right behind him. Watch the car 7 go down, but it's going to start backing up the racetrack. He just barely gets by him here. Here comes Mark. Mark's going to be the guy that tags him, I believe. Yep, he just clipped him in the rear. There come Rusty Wallace and barely clipped him. He bent that left rear fender, but he's sitting in the middle of the track in 4th place, and nobody else hits him. I promise you, he'll take that little dink in the fender.
Yeah, watch it from this angle, and watch those cars scooting, scattering, slithering around him here. Look at Brett Bodine getting down.
Yeah, but watch this at the very end. Let's keep this thing running, Ken. Right at the end. Watch Ricky Rudd. Watch this shot right here. The last minute, he barely avoids him, or he kept nailing him right in the rear.
Now watch coming into the top of your frame right now, folks.
Okay, we just see Ricky Rudd clear him. Okay, watch Richard Petty back there in the back. He's trying to get slowed down. He's looping it around, and he luckily doesn't get into anything either.
Remember, we heard earlier that he has a brake problem on number 43, and it looked like one of them didn't hitch up that time. But he avoids anyone else.
Now watch this car here come to the inside, tap the other in the rear.
Here comes Spencer out of 4.
Just saw Mike Walker and another car get together coming off 4 right in the middle of this big pack right here. There's Mark coming in through. Watch this. You run up on this track, see him hold his hand up, somebody hit him in the rear. He's going around down in the corner. That's just that you saw it just as it happened. Mark threw his hand up. Several cars going in the wall down there.
Derek Cope getting hit. Strickland's in it again, and Richard Petty. You were riding at 180 miles an hour with a Valvoline car when he got hit. And Mark Martin, as you rode with him down that main straightaway.
Here he was running over lap traffic real quick. He threw his hand up, saying, I'm running up on traffic. But Rusty Wallace couldn't get stopped quick enough. Rusty tapped him in the rear. Watch him go across the grass down here. The only problem, he's going to go across that grass and cross right back up traffic in the racetrack. And then when they start trying to avoid him, you're going to see cars up in the outside wall. Came back down. These other cars wrecked when they saw him almost coming back onto the track.
Derek Cope, Richard Petty's 43, and Hutch Strickland. Now, from Mark Martin's vantage, one more time.
Now here's the key. Watch him. He sees he's running. Watch him throw his hand up right here. See him throw his hand up and say, hey, I'm slowing down, but he didn't get it up there quick enough. He got tapped from the rear by Rusty, and now he's going. That light means the motor's cut off there. He's got the brakes locked up, killed the engine. He's going for a long ride through that grass. At that particular part, he's probably running 170.
Whoa, and back up on the track, and that was the scary moment. There's Ruttman just diving beneath him.
See him grab a gear with that right hand. He wants off of that racetrack. He stuck it back up gear and took off and kept going.
Slides this thing down. This is a fine driver. He's been runner-up, what, 3 times in the Grand National rank? Oh, we got a car in the wall. Up in Gary Ballou has struck the wall in turn 4, spinning down the main straightaway. A lot of guys getting out in the grass to try and miss him as they skate down through here, trying to pick it up and keep going. Stacked them 3 wide coming out of 4, and ballooned into the outside wall and blew that car apart here.
Now this, the Sachs car and Gary Ballou look like they got together right there. There goes Ballou in the outside wall. and then everybody's got to take evasive action. This group of cars stayed on the pavement, but I want you to look through the grass back here. It's not easy to go across this grassy area. They just started stacking up, nowhere else to go. I'm surprised they did this whole maneuver. We had one car that stopped. The rest of them made it through.
If there was a car that got nailed, it was the Brett Bodine, number 26. Look again at what happens here.
Yeah, it looked like the 41 car with Sachs and the 27 with Gary Ballou. Looked like they tangled up coming off the fourth turn. And then from there on, everybody had to just head across the grass. And this crossroads here is what's tough on these cars, bouncing over them. Keep doing this. You're talking about a 600-mile race. He realistically has got a chance to work his way back in. If he's running big wreck at 3 and 4, cars going everywhere.
Major wreck. Waltrip getting into it. Darrell is in it. I think Michael is up in the wall. And we're going to have 4 or 5 cars KO'd out of this one. 3 and 4.
Okay, here we go, right in the middle of the corner. Let's see if we can pick up what happens right here. There's Trickle. Trickle sideways because the 30's already sideways in front of him. Let's see if we can pick it up. I don't know if Mike Waltrip just lost it, and that was the start of it. When Waltrip got sideways, Trickle locked him up. Here he comes back down across the track. There comes Davey Allison. He cleared right through it without a problem. There's Gant, several of the cars getting through. But right on back behind this area is where they really, there's Earnhardt. The Gibbs car coming through. Now there's where, boy, right there, that's Kenny Schrader ran in the back of somebody and really caved the front of his car in.
It looks like for more on the story on 66.
Well, Jimmy Hensley's pit stop was a routine pit stop, Ken, but he's running a little bit out of sequence. A little bit earlier than he'd wanted to pit, but there's several teams
We've got a
pit
bad
right
crash.
now getting ready to go in because of the yellow flag.
We have a caution, and it's Dave Mader in Harry Milling's car number 9. You can see the front end of that one took a lick. It's also got a big tire mark on the left side. Dave Mader the third brings out another caution. That would be the 9th caution of the day. And we're still less than halfway in this 600.
Having trouble seeing out of the car. There's so much smoke inside. He pulled the window net down, trying to get his head out the window, partially where he can see.
Back with more of the story. 15th for the moment. They're showing Ted Musgrave. That means that Harry Gant is back in 16th. Gant in 16th. Trouble up in the corner with car number 20. Getting a piece of that car beat up badly.
We've got a fire right here on this car on the inside. Hope they can get her and get it put out.
Racing back to the line. Kyle Petty will be there. Safety crew already on their way to Joe Ruttman in the Orkin.
Here we are going to first turn, and we already see car sideways there. Morgan Shepherd was up against the car in front of it. Got tangled up, getting down in the corner. That was Joe Ruttman. I don't know if he got sideways, and then Morgan drove into him. We picked it up a little late, but they went way around the racetrack, that little flash fire. Morgan's trying to get on around there and get going. Ruttman drops off the racetrack, but the 21 car of Morgan, they couldn't keep it. I was kind of wanting to see. He's been cat and mouse with Kyle Petty and Davey Allison.
Oh, Jarrett in trouble. Marlin tags him. Spinning and sliding. Down come the 2.
No, don't go back up there.
Don't go back up. 71 getting around. Dave Marcus just clearing 18. Dale Jarrett, who was running in the 10th position. You saw it break loose. What a bad break for Dale Jarrett.